If you're catching a flight this summer, make sure you have your real ID. Starting next Wednesday, if you use your driver's license to get through airport security, you'll need to make sure it has a star in the top right corner. TSA has been reminding travelers about this important change and why you need to be prepared when it takes effect. As you pack your bags for your next summer getaway, make sure a real ID is part of your checklist.
For the past year, when people are walking through the checkpoint, our officers can see, is this person in compliance or not? Do they have a real ID?
Jessica Maley, a regional spokesperson for TSA, says officers have been focusing on outreach, handing out reminders to make sure travelers are aware real ID will go into effect for domestic air travel on May 7th.
Definitely, we've noticed in the last few weeks that people are really stepping up and taking those reminders seriously because the deadline is here and we want everyone to get through that checkpoint.
Maley says there's several other documents you can use at the checkpoint, including your passport or military ID. However, if you don't have this or a real ID, you can expect delays, extra screening, and the possibility you may not be able to make it through security.
We are going to try and process those people, but we definitely expect that it will take longer, and we want those people to give themselves extra time if they're coming to the checkpoint without an ID.
The Virginia DMV also says you can get a real ID at any time during the year.
You can get one in May, June, July, and so on. There is no, quote, last day to get a real ID at the Virginia DMV.
The agency reports more than 4 million Virginians have their real ID and are making sure people have enough opportunities to get one.
Our wait times have remained efficient through our efforts to meet the growing demand for real IDs. We do have a tool where customers can check out estimated wait times on our website.
A form of ID, TSA says, adds an extra layer of security.
We really want to know the person standing there is the person in our system, is the person with the reservation. I hope people can feel good. This is kind of it's a bumpy road when you have a new policy, but the goal is to make people safer.
Again, Real ID goes into effect for domestic air travel on May 7th. For more information on how to get a Real ID and the other forms of ID you can use at the airport, head on over to our website, 12onyourside.com.